Be amongst you guys. So happy to be amongst you guys, and I want to thank David and the Spoken World online family for having me. So family, friends, partners, companionship. I wanted for us to pause for a moment and start there. Family, friends, partners, companionship. In that specific quiet ache of being alone among many. I confess to you, that is where I reside most of these days. This afternoon, I want to explore the things that inhabit us without our permission. How love is rarely just a seat at the table, and really is that something to feel content with and grateful for, just a seat at a table. Sometimes it's the underbelly, the disillusionment, and the deceit that stays long after all the guests have left. As a poet, I often feel like my own mind is an ecosystem facing an invasive species. My thoughts and words, they don't always flow. They build up, they infest, they resist the page. They become a thicket that I have to hack through just to find my own womanhood or to catch a glimpse of my mother tongue. And it feels both vital and distant. With this set I share with you today, I want to come to a full perfect circle and end this afternoon, hopefully, where we started, in the contrast between stillness that you see on the outside and the beautiful chaotic turmoil that lives within me. So I wanted to start with a tanka. Morning dove laments, two crows bark orders at one another, the finches congregate, laugh among themselves as I sit alone. Morning dove laments, two crows bark orders at one another, the finches congregate, laugh among themselves as I sit alone. This next piece is actually a little bit humorous. I think it's humorous. I wrote it at the Excellent Caravan ride-in, Saturday morning ride-in, and we were asked to write either about a ghost sighting that we experienced, or actually write a classified ad, a love ad for a ghost, or for you seeking a ghost. So I did one called Love Connection. Queer, single, mature Asian female seeking a no commitment weekend, fling with a healthy, adventurous apparition. Ghost must be spontaneous, fond of taking showers regularly, enjoy watching old movies, adore buttered popcorn, but won't hog the whole bowl. Must be well read, appreciate art, and have eclectic, unusual interests and hobbies. Only newly transitioning to phantomhood, to about 50 years uncorporeal, encouraged to respond. Old spirits need not apply. Okay, fine. We could talk about LTR. Would love to meet in person. Sorry, is that insensitive? Do let me know when we meet. There's a place on Grand Avenue in Oakland that serves incredible green curry salmon. Do you like Thai? Better question, are you able to eat anything? No matter, we'll figure it out. Okay, cool. Yeah. Look forward to not seeing, but getting to know you. So that was a little bit inspired by our lovely friend, Marilee Johnson. Yeah. So yeah, I based that off of her style. Hopefully I was able to capture that a tiny bit. All right. More love and all its ick or wonderfulness. Um, this is called a depiction of you and me. Capturing our accurate likeness is a two-dimensional practice of patience. This art of finding I will not ever get the perspective right. We will not be perfect, even by trial and error. Committing our black and white rendered shape to paper is drawing an ever-thinning line. From me, anxiety pacing ever forward, reaching toward you, you remain standing. In you, stillness seeks and finds the ideal model, buried in what you have tucked away for safekeeping. The line fast finds it is not a precise path leading to you. It disperses its direction, crawls over our new crisp page, bears down gas pedal pencil, consumes the page, sputters, loses its graphite nerve and skips. Stopping short, my sure hand leaps our black off the page. Drafts are now called finished work. Still life studies always occur from far away. Here, an easing of breath. In this version, see me smiling wide, and that one, the left half of your face curves to join the shadows. I marvel at how obscene, how clean, how pristine our likeness appears, guilt injected by association. No one ever looks that close at a depiction of real life on full display. But still, they claim they had dinner last night with a starving artist. Everyone is an art aficionado. If you meet them in the great hall at the appointed hour, everyone wants to be an art critic. San bon vivant. In this version, observe me. I tilt my head up to catch the facing sun. And you are in this impression. If one squints the eye, there you see you clinging to the blurred edges. An observant soul passes by, remarks on the dry cracks on my Bristol board. The fissures, they appeared there on purpose. So this one is associated to that same never-ending like heartbreak, that same never-ending heartbreak. Unfortunately, that ghost will go away one of these days. I think it's almost done. When truth coats the diaphragm, the lips, the ear is the title of this one. Apology on my lips is the first air pushed out. Please understand it is worrying, not confronting, not aggrieved. I will bother you to take time and hear. Listen to these words, open up my lips. Even against my will, they disperse 1,000 spores, airborne, touching and tickling our noses, inhaled deeply. I want you to know them, commit them to memory as they are right now before they become someone else's to digest, to regurgitate a chemical reaction in the transformation of their worth, their meaning, the moment they force their way up my windpipe, gagging my throat to hasten release on their way rising. I have learned that the truth screams the loudest. It is never the quiet that is burden kept in closed circles, passed around, whipped up to a dizzying speed, crashing back down. The weight, a yoke of opinion, forged in judgment, made culpable. So then at the end, everyone's shoulders give up the fight, and gradually sag. I have learned that truth is delectable. The court scandal lingers and hugs the mouth ready to fizz and spit. No wonder at all. that no one wants to listen to the unpopular version. No one wants that residual grit, the boredom, the damning facts that gather and perish at the bottom. I have learned in all this while waiting that the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth has escaped someone. Anyone catch it, everyone playing it, volunteering, but no one cares to rise up. See what the lines at the edge of the cold metallic bone move all that laundered fluff aside to crane their necks and peer above the comfort of their perception. Assumption is the best weighted blanket. I heard there's a damning photo floating around, words, disparate litter, the cutting room floor, a call that could have happened but didn't. Did I miss anything in the frantic retelling? Why do you look at me askance? Why? Is there more? I heard a rumor. They believed everything they first imagined. They swore in their mind. You promised them something. Said you led them behind you, knowing I am barely able to balance on the same cliff. See, I too plunged to follow. See, I too joined that adoring queue. I heard a rumor. They fell hard for you. You reciprocated in kind. I loved you. I adored you. You stumbled. I stayed. I fought. You still ran scared. I have learned the truth. Untended, forms irrevocable, curse fades to corners of bronchial to inspire. A delusion of grace overwhelms the lungs' corridors. Unminded, it gushes back up. This next one is called Neath the Tree of Good and Evil. So entering the territory of keeping my place in this crazy world as a woman, a woman as I am, person of color, uh, queer. I don't fit the boxes that are still existing that shouldn't exist. Meet the tree of good and evil. Can my voice speak up for the serpent crushed beneath the steel toe booted sky? Can it hiss polysyllabic in a first mother's voice? It gets lost on its belly, winding, toiling, tilling itself new, turned pungent black soil, lodged slowly dawning realization between its silver-edged blade. A single stalk of grass, a weapon to seize and melt down. It finds the apple ready ripe, the tree easy to climb, the temptation and entrapment preordained. Fifth day accord, sixth day lie. A concept of God and immortal in his image sizzle, pork belly and innards dominion. Conceive the rending of sacred flesh from bone. Discuss at great length how a sausage is made. A room appeared in the pastoral. History is the word carved in stone by lightning striking once in the wrong valley. Is this the room where it happened? The room where it happened. The room where it happened. The prophet asks of the wilderness, his own voice echoing back. Founding fathers chopping down unsuspecting cherry trees had nothing on negotiating a deception. A voice is a serpent, is a tree, it's a fruit, is its woman. Path through paradise diverted under an upturned shot glass heaven's silence. God rested on the seventh day. This next piece is called Woman Thrive. Plant my feet in native soil, me farther away from the bedding of your warm cushioned belly, Oh, beloved mother, land masses erupt from the soup of our ocean, pooling a creation of woman companion not bearing any God's image. Roots, woman, a vine, a body length longer, is not the roots burrowing deeper into the ground. My limbs are wings, yet I cannot find purchase on the wind. My spirit faces homebound, O cherished daughter. The very reed of the forsaken bamboo, a clean split, a generous benefaction of moonbeam and sun rays, we were given a glimpse of divinity. Tree, woman, a sturdy trunk, longing to sprout limbs pregnant with fruit, is content where she stands. Oh, beloved mother, the waters do not wish to divide us from ourselves. The borders we unwittingly raise are indecipherable, deceptive. We concocted this captivity. O cherished daughter, the dust and honest earth rises, knows of its worthiness, does not question, it is free to lift itself from the ground and trust it will welcome as it resettles. Woman, nestle in, revel within the sensuous embrace of the humble lone womb who birthed you. She claims you, woman, thrive. Branches praise with abandon upward in their fervent desire to touch their fingertips to where the horizon meets with the sky. This next piece is a relatively new one. I'm still actually working on it a tiny bit. It's really rough. I guess you could say it's a little bit of how this journey happens, um, with the words coming from, wherever they come from and percolating in my brain a little bit and maybe coming out in the page. And nowadays it hasn't been the prettiest thing to look at. So this is called infestation. When will the flies of my words complete their fleeting lifespan and lay within me their eggs, hatch me fresh? Moist thoughts that will die along with the sun setting to become the dimness and the rot for all of our bitty maggots to feed on. Yesterday, I wrote about the imaginings as they were arriving, the swifts flapping their wings inside my skull, the thoughts racing inside and out, ravenous and untended. I frenzied to beat the sun to her first house in the sky, while I wrote too about my mind, this failing rickety door, desperate and hopeless as it swings on its single rusty hinge. It is weary and not long for this world. It has given up its purpose. Babbling, buzzing, stranger, lose your battering ram, who said you can come in without calling out your name. Knock first. Knock, knock, knock. There's hardly been anyone here in any case, and you are not welcome to come inside. But yet, you insist you must have a word with me, and I screech in full decibel for you to please, please, please go away. Still, you are deaf to my discomfort. I am the wide open space. I am currently unoccupied, and they decide they are going to fill me up. They are determined, these wavering, dancing lines, these maggots that press their writhing bodies up against the egg white, soft of my exposed eyeballs right about now. I'd die to have a wasp nest papering the crown of my head and invade the secret places where my baby hairs softly curl at my nape around all this clandestine knowledge. Come now, hurry, make a decent home of me. I cannot shoo away swiftly enough. the wayward cockroach ruminations. Ooh, how the rasping of their feet, of their mischief tease, encroaching upon my peace of mind. And nowadays, it's all small things piled high upon small things, the words building up, the niggling, burrowing things that harborage in my brain in this filthy multiplying infestation that keeps taking up my time. More about words and also about homeland and mother tongue. So this is the penultimate, and then I'm also going to end with the tanka. So this last one is called migratory. My words are migrating birds in the wintertime, carrying their linguistic parcels close to pin feather and sun-warm skin, humming shared refrain inside their throats, a note for each abode left behind. How the tree pursues the gale of the birdwing cycle of motion, shaking their leaves to store and play back its music as a rustle, a ripple arrives. They live vicariously in the ascension of these creatures in innermost reveries of warmer clime. Flight is a sorting and plummeting of sea and cocoa softened syllables. Intonation a father brings back home to cotton his young's nest. Lullabies a mother carries from her mother and trills to her fledglings. How the acacia tree dreams about these haunting melodies as she slumbers long. How the nada tree drifts into her subconscious, summons the windsong home. How both their branches pray, heaven bound, chronicle lost language upon the sky. My words are migrating birds in the wintertime. Their down feathers cascade and scatter, patting newfound nests, humming rekindled chorus inside their throats, a lament for each abode left behind. And then I leave you guys with the tanka. Balmy weather endures sure tonic to what ails me. Indoors, the storms a brewin', hope in the night distills calm. Balmy weather endures sure tonic to what ails me. Indoors, the storms a brewin', hope in the night distills calm. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Phynne, Belle.
So
I'm
good.
leaving the recording going so we can comment. So people unmute yourselves and clap, offer a word, respond to Phynne Belle's set. I heard the
Yeah,
rumor that it was excellent.
yeah, I think you got the right thing on that. But a couple things I want to mention is, a lot of us know how like just giving and unpretentious you are in the way that many, many times on open mics, instead of doing your own work, you could do beautiful versions of your friends and other poetry. And we appreciate that. But to be able to have this just powerhouse set of your stuff really does remind us of why we all adore you.
Thanks so much, Michael. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Soul shaking stuff. Bravo.
Yeah, I really
Thank
love
you.
the long pieces. It was really,
Yeah.
really engaging. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
I
Thank you so much.
love work. I'm so grateful that I got it. I got it in just, I think, as you were starting, and it makes me feel good. Thank you for helping to heal what ails me.
Thank you,
I
Mommy.
love the way that you
Oh,
turned. Sorry, go ahead.
Very
Oh, I
captivating.
just wanted to say I love the way you turn language into metaphor itself. My words are migrating birds in the wintertime. You talk about cocoa softened syllables. Oh my God. Prodigal lost language. And then in one poem, when will the flies of my words reach their lifespan? The way that you kept re-envisioning your words was really beautiful and interesting to follow. Very rich with nuanced meaning and great depth.
So much. Thank you.
Welcome. Anyone else feel free
Yes.
to comment?
Yeah, when I hear Finn read, it's like walking with this friend in an area and she's just noting these things and becoming captivated with everything that's seen and sometimes felt, and it's just wonderful.
Absolutely.
That, that was an ecstatic performance, Finn. That was just amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Yeah, if I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
jump on
The
what
spirit is moving me. It's a little chaotic today, but yeah, I'm trying to master it instead of it having to consume me. So that's where I am right now.
yeah, if I can just jump on what Henry just said as far as this idea of like walking with a friend who's explained, but it's like walking with somebody who's like an expert trail guide who
Hmm.
sees all the tiniest things, you know. You're like in this huge, field and picking up all the tiniest things and that's what you make us see.
Oh, wow, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. When you said that, you made me think of Catrice Greer. I don't know if you guys have been in contact with her lately. She kind of taught me that when I interviewed her. I asked her, her first pushcart winning um, poem, and she has it posted somewhere. It's Mama. I can't remember the exact title. And I said, "How do you get into those details?" And she said she just slows down her pace and she listens to her mind and she goes moment by moment. It's like doing in movies when you go still by still. You go still by
Hmm.
still and look at it. And I said, "Oh wow, I love that. I love that slow motion movie." And yeah, I love that. So Catrice uh, said that, and I was like, "Wow, wow," because I felt it in her poems. Sorry, you guys talk more. I'm so
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
And honoring one of our own friends and fellow poets, Patrice. It's been a while since seeing her. So,
yeah.
anyone else want to comment before we
I
move
do.
on?
I do. I just was spellbound. I know I spelled it wrong in the chat, but I was spellbound and I just get so caught up in your words and your scenery that you're painting for us. And I just loved it. Loved it. And I think you're amazing. And I love your new hairstyle.
Thank you, beautiful. I love you. Mwah.
Thank you. All right. Wow. Great comments from so many. And get the recording stopped here.